Oh my gosh, I always come in this thing on camera looking freaking nuts. Looks like I'm naked. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's literally 10:34. I'm freaking tired. I'm about to hurry up and film this video. I look a mess, but it's because I just got out the tub, so obviously my baby hairs is not gonna be laid because the steam just lifted down pieces and the bag flying. It's just honestly a whole freaking lot of. Do I need to tilt this? I feel like I don't look like I have on a shirt. Then it's also hot because obviously I just told you I just got out the shower and it's steaming, so it's like hot, and like in the mirror I don't look as bad as I feel like I look on this camera. On this camera I feel like I look legitimately garbage can trash. Anyways, this video is legitimately just about to, why am I keep saying it? This video is just about to be a life update about what's been going on with me while I'm getting ready to go to bed. So I already got out the shower, which means I just need to do my skincare and brush my teeth. So anyways, let's just get right into the video. So it all started, remember when I went to that dance class? In that dance class I literally, like in the vlog, I had this top on. It all kind of started after that. So the first dance, remember I told you I had to break it up into 2 days because I literally felt like I was gonna die. So the first day was that I went was September 1st, and September 1st like I felt amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna start eating fruit. I'm gonna start like not eating as bad, drinking more water, blah blah blah. I think I talked about it in the vlog, but I felt great. So I started eating fruit every day to the point to where I used to, like, I don't know if I talked about this on my channel, but I used to love Mr. T. So like Mr. T sausage, I love Mr. T. So like every day I used to want Mr. T for breakfast. And like after that day of dance class, my mom was like, you want a Mr. T? I'm like, I can throw up even thinking about that. Heck no, I don't want that. I want freaking fruit. I can't eat that. Like I can't. So I was kind of excited about that because I thought I would never see the day that I eat something sweet for breakfast. So like I would have to eat bread, sausage, anything like that before I eat like fruit, yogurt. I couldn't do that. Then after that I went to the second dance class. I think that was that Friday if I'm not mistaken, and I felt so much better. Like I wasn't about to die, but at the same time I was kind of like about to die or whatever, but I kept pushing myself, whatever. So all that going on. So then the days kept going or whatever like that, and I just started feeling weird. Go watch my last vlogs. I kept saying I'm in a rut, but kind of not in a rut. I'm not motivated. I really couldn't tell you what was going on with me. I just was feeling a uncomfortable feeling. I was going through a feeling like that for a while, maybe like a couple of days or a week or something. I don't really remember the exact days. So then, by the way, this is a life update video if I didn't say that. Wow, I'm 7 minutes in at this point. So all that happened, whatever. So then I made a video where I was talking like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I like ranted on camera because I started feeling like I was breaking up with my old self basically. So like my body, I would want Chick-fil-A, but like the inside of me would be like, you don't want that. Like you want salmon, you want big chicken, you want like more healthier, clean, lean foods. But I still felt like I wanted like Chick-fil-A, french fries, hot chips. Like I don't really eat hot chips like that, but chips or whatever. And like it was like I was having like a inner battle between the two, kind of. So that's what it felt like I was going through in that moment. Let me wash this on my face. So then I found myself like being disgusted with other foods, not just like foods that wasn't fruit. Like what we had went, I can't remember what the first meal, I think it was Chick-fil-A, but the one time I do remember was when I got pasta and I kept trying to eat it, and my pasta I couldn't eat. So me and mama switched, and I was eating hers, and I'm like, I don't like it, like I can't eat it. And I would be starving because I didn't eat the entire day, and then I would eat like literally one pasta noodle, and I would feel so full, and I would feel like I had to throw up so badly. But I wasn't full because I didn't eat that entire day, and all I did was put one pasta noodle in my mouth, and I'm literally about to throw up because I'm so full, I'm miserable. So I'm like, what? At this point I'm like, what the heck is going on? I don't really know what's going on. So my mama like, Alexis, you're depressed. I'm like, of course I'm not depressed. And she just like kind of let it go or whatever. She was just like you are, but whatever. So at that moment I was just like, okay, maybe I am depressed. Because okay, so rewind, before I started realizing how grossed out I was with food, I would like, usually me, I'm out of the bed, like I told y'all in my old videos, I want to be out the bed like 8:30. I need to be up and out of the bed. I wasn't getting out the bed until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock would be my first time getting out the bed, and I'm like, that's kind of odd. And then every day that I get out the bed I would make my bed, but when I started getting out the bed at 12, I would just get out the bed and just go. Like, I wasn't making my bed, none of that. Like, my room wasn't dirty. Like, I didn't have food in there because I wasn't eating. I would wear like anything. Most of the time I try to put on a dress because I didn't feel like getting ready, or I would like put on sweatpants with a crop top with a hat on and a hood. I had a freaking hood on and a hat for like the day after I got that quickly. I wore a hat every day after that. So I'm not even doing my skincare at this point. So then the next thing was the food situation. It was just kind of irritating my skin. So the next situation was the food situation, and then that's when my mom was like, Alexis, you depressed? And I'm like, I don't know. This burn. I don't know why they burned my face today. But anyways, yeah, so after that, every day that I would get out of bed, even though it was 12, I would literally throw up. I had a freaking migraine. Like, it felt like my eye was gonna fall out of my freaking head so bad. I wet a towel and I like went to sleep with it on my face because I didn't know what else to do. My mom was like, just try to put some type of heaviness on it to like soothe it a little bit. So I did that or whatever, and I was like throwing up every morning, but I wasn't actually throwing up. I would just be gagging for the most part because I haven't eaten anything to throw anything up. It was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Like, I just felt like I couldn't do nothing. I felt like I couldn't get out of my bed. Like, I would have to lay down. Like, I couldn't do nothing. So at this point, I'm getting scared because I'm like, okay, you're actually depressed. Then I would just be thinking about the most random stuff and just weird. Like, it was just always weird stuff. I couldn't do nothing. I wasn't getting on my computer. Like, it was nothing or whatever. Then after that, me, mom, and my auntie had a conversation, and then she was like, no, Lex, like, you really depressed or whatever. And so at that point, I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was so far gone. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even tell you when I got depressed. I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday. I couldn't tell you how I felt. Me and my sister had a conversation about something, and she was asking me about happiness. I was like, I don't know what happiness is. I don't know what happiness feels like. Like, can somebody give me an example? Because I do not know. Like, I was so gone. It was 1,000 times worse than when I was depressed working at my job. When I told that little short story about how I was depressed at that time, it was a whole different kind of depression. So me and my auntie was talking to my auntie, like I said, and she was like, okay, so what if you do stuff different, like subtle little changes, like add flowers to your room, add a new cover, add like a new blanket or something like that, just to have like a fresh new something spark, I guess. And so I was like, okay, why the next day I was so repulsed by my room. Like, after that, I was repulsed by my room. I couldn't go in my room. When I physically stood in my room, I would throw up. I was just like, I can't be in here. As soon as I open my room door, I'm just like, it wasn't even dirty or nothing. I just was repulsed by my room so bad. I was just like, I can't be here. And so I would go sit downstairs and stuff. Like, I physically just could not be in my room. And it was so bad. And so, like, my mom had like smudged it, like put some essential oils, washed everything, like just trying to cleanse my room basically. And after that, it was like better. I could go in my room or whatever. And then one night, and then not only was I waking up at 12, I would never sleep. Like, I wouldn't actually fall asleep until 3, and I would be back up by 4, go to sleep, be back up by 6. Like, I was not sleeping. And so one night I looked up like signs to know you're depressed or like symptoms of depression. I read like 50 articles that night, because at that point I was like, okay, I'm done feeling like this, because I'm really just giving y'all like basically just like a glimpse of it, I guess, like a summary of it. That's like me explaining everything, but feeling like that physically every single day, it was so miserable because I was losing weight. Like, my stomach, like literally my stomach would be in my back. Like, let me show you. My stomach would look like this every day, like all the way back like that. Like, it was so nasty. Like, I was so bad off. Like, I just didn't know what to do. And like, I would vent to certain people, but it was really nothing for me to vent because I didn't know what was wrong with me. It was so bad. And like, I felt like people were trying to help me, but I just needed a different kind of help at that time. Like, everybody was really telling me the same thing, because I feel like that's just the thing to say. Oh, do something new, change your scenery, blah 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 blah. That's not gonna work at this point. I don't have the energy to change my scenery. I don't like anything. I don't like new stuff, so that's not gonna work. So we need something else. But that's what everybody told me. Everybody told me that. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have to research on my own. Thank God I had the freaking energy to do that, because I'm like, nobody's helping me. Like, nobody's helping me right now. So I just had to force myself to help myself. And so I was like, well, I know I can't sleep at night, so at nighttime I'm gonna just like research. And so I researched like symptoms of depression. I had every single symptom of depression, because it was like, depression doesn't have to be only like emotional and mental. It could be physical. You can be nauseated, you can throw up, you can have migraines. I had all of that. Lack of interest. I didn't like anything. I didn't like Chick-fil-A. I didn't like none of my clothes. I didn't like nothing. I didn't like people really like talking about it. No sleeping, waking up late, not cleaning up, not eating. I had every single symptom, every single one. So I was like, okay, step one is realizing that you're in a depression. I'm in a depression. Let's check that. Now what do I do? Of course, some of the articles, change up your scenery, do something different, change up your routine, experiment in your life, blah blah blah. That's all cool, but I need to figure out what's going on. No, before rewind, I really try to block this part of my life out, because I never want to feel like that again. After I figured out I was in depression, I tried to look up how I got into depression. So I was looking up how you get into depression. So one article did say overworking yourself. You can get into depression from like from a workout or something like that. Actively, you can go into a depression if you push yourself too hard. I was like, that could be it. They was talking about the foods you eat. You can go into depression if you look at what I was eating when I was in Baton Rouge. I was eating Whataburger, Zaxby's, like I was eating bad stuff. It was like a couple of things where I was like, okay, this could kind of be the reason how I fell into my depression. So then check, next step is, how do I get out of it? So like I said, of course they were saying the typical stuff, and then they had something that was saying drink buku water, get rest, obviously journal and stuff so you can heal from whatever is going on, or you could just be okay with your emotions and like help yourself basically. Obviously don't eat fried freaking foods, don't eat nothing that's a low frequency or low vibration. Work out or like stretch or do yoga, because it was going to release endorphins or something like that. I started drinking more water, and then I started getting scared, because I was like, the more I throw up, I'm gonna start becoming dehydrated, and I know the second I get dehydrated, I have to go to the hospital. This happens to me multiple times. I have to go to the hospital, I have to get an IV. Like, I don't feel like dealing with it. So I started drinking more water. I don't recall stretching, but I might have. I felt like I did. I don't remember. I kept saying, Mom, I want a salad. I want a salad. Like, I don't want to eat bad stuff. Was that it? I used my facial steamer, but that really, it worked. But at the same time, it was like just for that 1 minute or 2 minutes that I used it. It wasn't like, it didn't help me, whatever. The next day, my mama brought me, she was like, we gonna go to Target. Like, obviously, just for a switch up, that's something you love. And it just, let's get out the house. And it was raining, which, you know, I love the rain. Like, and then we went to a different Target than we usually go to, so that was like super fun, because we never go to that one. Then after that, we went to Zia's, which I love Zia's. It's like one of my favorite restaurants. Then we got Asian almond shrimp. They only have Asian almond shrimp on Mondays and Fridays, so it was a Friday at this point. We both got salad, because like I told y'all, I was like, I'm only eating salads and stuff like that. Then they gave us water. Obviously, when I tell y'all, I drank the whole glass of water so fast, and I never felt like I drank anything. So at this point, I'm like kind of feeling better. But it was like, as long it was like, as long as I was around people, I was okay. But when I got alone, it was like so bad. Or like sometimes when I'm around people, my mind drift off and be like, oh no, sis, you in a depression, you ain't good. Like, you thought you were safe, no, you ain't good. And that was annoying me so bad, because I don't like when something else is controlling me. Like, no. We had went to the mall after that, to Zara. I love Zara. So we had went to like all my favorite places, and then I was like, good. And then like kind of to the end of the day, I was just like, I don't know, it's like whatever. The next day was when I really overcame it. Like, that was the day that it was like the last time. So the next day, my friend Sierra, she had called me on the phone, and I just looked a mess. I was like, I'm not about to answer the phone. Like, I freaking look stupid. Like, no. And I was like, let me just answer the phone, because like, obviously I'm sad right now, and that might help me. And she knew I was sad. Like, I had told, there was somebody I had talked to about it. And so when we was on the phone, we was like, she was making me laugh so freaking hard, and like I felt like that made me feel better too. Like, just laughing so hard. Like, we was laughing so hard, and I felt like we wasn't even really talking about nothing at all, but it was like so funny. I got to my grandma's house, and my friend Latrell surprised me. I didn't know he was coming. He surprised me, and we had got seafood that day, which I love seafood, we know this. And then he surprised me by my grandma's house, and he had all my favorite snacks, and I'm like, sunflower seeds, a symphony, Zapp's chips, like I love all of those. And so like he was like, I brought gifts, like he wanted to come and cheer me up, and that made me feel so good. My mama knew, like they had planned this, so mama had got Google seafood for us. And then my auntie came upstairs and she brought me a gift basket with like a new blanket, a journal, some candy, some chapstick, a t-shirt. My mom had bought me some flowers. Like it was just like it was just like so fun. And we literally sat down, we just talked like for hours about anything, everything, deep, shallow. We wasn't even on our phones, like we was just talking, and that literally another level, like released everything. Like it was crazy, like it was so crazy. And I literally like did a whole 180. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better just from that. Like I don't know how it made me feel so much better, but it really did, and it was like so good. And so I made sure like I text everybody and stuff. Like I'm so freaking grateful, because I kept telling my mom, I don't know how I'm gonna come out this. Like I don't feel like I want to come out this. Like every time I feel like I'm okay, something in my mind be like, you're not good, girl. You are not good. Like it was so bad. I felt so much better that day. And then after that I started like changing up my routines, how I do things to like make me feel better. And and let me say this, Love Island, if I wasn't watching Love Island, I swear I feel like it would have been way worse, because Love Island was like taking my mind off it at nighttime. Once Love Island go off, tragic. Like my mind would be all over the place. Then once I started having like suicidal thoughts, not that I wanted to kill myself, because I knew I wasn't going to kill myself, but I started having thoughts about thinking about suicide, and that freaked me out, because I'm like, why am I thinking like this? Like how did I get here, or why am I here, and how am I going to get out? Because now I just feel stuck, and I feel trapped, and I feel scared. Like I don't know what to do, I don't know what to think, I don't know who to talk to, I literally don't know what to do. So I'm kind of getting myself back in the groove of doing, like for instance, I was supposed to post today, but I didn't, because I just didn't feel like getting up and filming and editing and uploading all today. And I was like don't beat yourself up about it. Just notice that you did that. Either you're gonna post tomorrow, or you're gonna pick it back up Sunday, whatever it's gonna be. But whatever choice you're making, just be okay with that choice. I'm not 100% there, but I'm 100% out of my depression for sure. But being in that depression made me want to look at life very different, and I just want to feed my body, not necessarily just food, but like food, what I watch, who in my life, what energy I put out, what energy I let in. Like I just want to make sure that that's a high frequency, high energy, positivity. Like I don't want to feel like that ever again. I feel like I look so muscular and like cut. Like I feel like right here looks so cut, but I don't work out. I would never want to feel like that. I would never want nobody else to feel like that. Like it's the worst. It's the worst, and you need a different kind of support. You need a different kind of people around you to get through something like that, because yeah, like they can't just try to tell you off of stuff they know. They legitimately have to put themselves in your shoes and think about how you feel and what they would want, basically, because them just telling you what they think you should do is not going to help you. It's not going to help you, because they're not going to be giving you the energy that you need to build yourself back up, because you need other energy to fill yourself back up, because you don't have no energy to fill your own self up. Like that's like a cup, a glass trying to fill its own self up with water. No, we need more water, other water from somewhere else to fill itself back up. Other than that, whether they be counseling, whether they be friends, whether they be family, whether they be journaling, whether they be the Bible, whatever it's gonna be, it gotta come from somewhere else. Like you don't have it in you. So, or at least that's how I felt. But yeah, so I'm good, I'm back, I'm better. Promise you there's more to come. Promise you there's new content, better editing, better thumbnails, everything. I'm growing every single day. I'm sure you can tell. Like I can't believe I almost have 400 subscribers right now. I literally remember the day I had 70 subscribers, and I'm almost at 400 right now. So I'm so excited about that. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all guys in my next video, y'all. But Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, that's when you can find me here on my channel. So subscribe if you're not subscribed, but I'm sure you subscribe if you're watching this video, right? I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in my next video because I'm tired and that's why I'm rambling. Bye.